94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, I got a couple of text messages I've gotten to get to. Let's see here. It says, "Hey, Rome, I need your help. I feel like I messed up up bad and need your advice. Last Saturday, I went out on the town with some friends of mine. I haven't been back to Bakersfield in years. While I'm here in Bakersfield, I stay with my father. Well, my father has been separated from my mom for 6 years and now has a new girlfriend. Now, put that in the back of your head right now. So I went out with my friends, met his girl I hit it off with. She was saying all the right things. We hit it off and had sex that night at her house. Next day comes, right? I knew my dad's new girlfriend had kids, but I had never... I see where this is going. So my dad's new girlfriend tells me, hey, I'm barbecuing, and my girlfriend and her daughter are going to come over and hang out. I'm like, okay, you guys know where this is going, right? So the next thing you know, my dad's girlfriend comes over with her daughter, and lo and behold, her daughter is the girl I had just had sex with 24 hours ago. So I saw her and had to act oblivious about everything. Now my thing is, do I tell my dad what happens or keep my mouth shut about everything? Well, there's a couple of things here. Do you still live in town, or are you just visiting? If you're just visiting, I'd probably keep my mouth shut. If you live in town, I don't know. Why don't you ask the girl what she wants to do? You got her phone number, or is it a hit it and quit it and you're never going to see her? Well, you'll see her at the next family function. It's a good question. I'd probably tell your dad. Your dad's probably not going to care. Oh, I don't think it's a big deal, right? All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, I need your help. I feel like I messed up bad and I need advice. Last Saturday, I went out of the town with some friends. I haven't been back to Bakersfield in years. While I'm in Bakersfield, I stay with my dad. Well, my dad's been separated from my mom. He got a new girlfriend now. So I went out with my friends, met this girl. We ended up hooking up. You guys see what's going on here? I thought when he sent me this, I thought he was going to say he actually hooked up with his dad's girlfriend. But no. He had sex with his dad's girlfriend's daughter. Apparently they were out, hooked up, went back to her place. So the next day, her dad had a barbecue. With the girlfriend, and the daughter showed up. So they acted like they didn't know each other. So he doesn't know whether to tell his dad or not. I don't know that it's a big deal. I think it's funny how, though, going back home. I mean, a lot of you that don't live in your hometown, you go back home, or when people come back home to Bakersfield, it's crazy. It's like Vegas, right? You just become the same hoe you were before, or the same person you were before. And apparently there's no rules when you come home, right? When you go home to visit. Already 42547. Yo, Romeo, tell that guy he shouldn't tell his dad. His dad's girlfriend might get upset, and he might cause problems for his dad's relationship. Well, he could tell his dad. You just don't want to tell the girlfriend. And I'm going to say, obviously, in your text message, he also says they acted like they didn't know each other. So obviously the daughter doesn't want to say anything either. She probably doesn't want to say anything. You're probably good. I mean, I don't think anything will happen. Alrighty, 42547. Hey, Rome, tell that guy he better come clean, because the daughter's going to fess up at some point. And there's going to be a whole lot of problems. Maybe. Already 42547, man. But coming back home, man. When you go back home? Yeah, going back home is always fun, especially if you don't live there anymore. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. A guy just sent me this text message talking about Rome. I need some help, some advice. Apparently, last Saturday he came back home. He hadn't been to Bakersfield in years, right? His mom and dad are split. I guess his dad's got a new girlfriend. He went out with buddies, hooked up with a girl. Ended up finding out that it was his dad's girlfriend's daughter, which I don't think is a big deal. That's pretty common in Bakersfield, right? I actually thought he was going to tell me he hooked up with his dad's girlfriend. Things happen, man. Small town. Oh, wait, hold on. He says, Rome, I'm moving back from LA, and she texted me not to say anything, but still wants to hook up. But I mean, I don't know. I've never been put in this predicament. she was a cool person, but it's a mind game, you know? I don't think it's a mind game. I think you're okay. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, so that whole thing, they hooked up and then end up finding each other at the barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big thing because they didn't know.
Well, yeah, I don't think so
at the
either.
beginning. And if they were to say something, it was to come out, can't be a big deal because they didn't know each other.
Well, he just texted me again and said that I guess he's moving back from LA and she still wants to hook up and told him not to say anything.
Oh, well,
Dang,
they're not blood.
Well, exactly. Well, look at her. She's a dang. This trifling little girl's out running around, boy.
Yeah, but then it's going to get even weird if he says yes and parents do end up staying together. It's going to be a little bit more weird.
Is it going to be weird if mom and dad's or mom and the girl or dad and the girlfriend stay together and him and the daughter stay? That doesn't seem weird to me.
To me, it seems weird because family functions, family gatherings, you know,
but they don't.
these two people live together.
Yeah, but
That's
they're not.
if they come clean, but they don't know anything, so.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like she doesn't want to say anything, so he shouldn't say anything. I think
I don't think they need to tell anybody. It's their business. You know, they didn't do it intentionally to hurt, their parents.
But there's also not a problem with it. They're not related in any way. They just mom and dad hooked up with a daughter and a mother and daughter.
Bakersfield's so small.
Exactly.
So small.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean,
what are the chances, right?
It wouldn't surprise me in Bakersfield if it was the other way around. He hooked up with the mom and the dad hooked up with the daughter. I mean, it could go either way in this town.
It can. It can. But you know what? They don't know anything to anybody. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it intentionally to go find each other or whatever.
Yeah.
So it happens. So
yeah, it happens. All right. Thanks for calling. All right. We'll see you later. Bye. In fact, you hit it again, bro. What are you worried about? It's Romeo. It's on 94.1. On 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. A guy texted me and he said that he's back in town. He's back in town, hasn't been to Bakersfield in years. He stays with his dad. Apparently, his dad's got a new girlfriend. Long story short, he ended up going out with his buddies and hooking up with the dad's girlfriend's daughter. Okay? The dad's got a new girlfriend. The girlfriend's got a daughter. He hooked up with the daughter. Okay? Then they found out the next day when everybody got together that what was going on. And I guess he's moving back here, and she still wants to hook up and doesn't want to say anything. So he's a little worried about it. I don't know. He thinks there's mind games being played. I don't think she's playing mind games on you. Doesn't sound like it. Good morning, Nat. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Hey, Ruben. What up, man?
Man, he need to quit being a sucker and just take it for what it is. Like, he act like he fell in love the first night already.
No, he's just concerned it might affect his dad and his new girlfriend's relationship.
Nah, it ain't gonna affect them. They didn't grow up together. They don't know each other, anything. There's no attachment whatsoever.
I don't know. You never know how people are gonna react to things like that.
I know, but hey, Ron. But on a whole another note, she, like you said, it's Bakersfield. She might be hooking up with the stepdad, and that's why she don't want him to say anything. You know what I mean? You never know. So.
Oh, you guys. Sometimes you guys take it to a level that is just...
Ron, you said Bakersfield, and I'm just agreeing with you, bro.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You guys are the ones...
You said the dad could have been dating the daughter and the son, the mom. You said... Exactly what you said, Ron.
I didn't say he was dating them at the same time. I said that the roles were reversed.
Maybe the way she's trying to keep it on the low. I mean, she just, don't mess her game up.
Yeah. All right,
Ron.
Later. Sometimes you guys just say the stupidest things. And Ruben's my boy. I love him. But sometimes you guys need to let me do the show. Because the bottom line is, that's not at all what I said. I said in Bakersfield, the town, the way we interact, the way we mingle in Bakersfield, the older crowd and the younger crowd all hang out together. And it's not unreasonable for an older dude to get with a younger woman or an older woman to get with a younger dude. That's all I said. I didn't say the dad was sleeping with the mom and the daughter. Okay? So no. That's not at all what I said. RD42547. It's just, I don't know that that's uncommon, to be perfectly honest with you. I think he's a little bit, I think the guy who sent me the text message is overthinking it too much. You know, obviously she said she doesn't want you to say anything. She's not going to say anything. She still wants to hook up with you, which is fine. But even if you guys get together more and mom and dad still know, I don't think that is, I don't think that's strange. I don't think a father-son hooking up with a mother-daughter is strange, especially in a small town like Bakersfield. RD42547. It's Romeo outside of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. A guy texted me and he said that he's back in town. He's back in town, hasn't been to Bakersfield in years. He stays with his dad. Apparently his dad's got a new girlfriend. Long story short, he ended up going out with his buddies and hooking up with the dad's girlfriend's daughter. Okay? The dad's got a new girlfriend. The girlfriend's got a daughter. He hooked up with the daughter. Okay? Then they found out the next day when everybody got together that what was going on. And I guess he's moving back here and she still wants to hook up and doesn't want to say anything. So he's a little worried about it. I don't know. He thinks there's mind games being played. I don't think she's playing mind games on you. Doesn't sound like it. Good morning, Nat. What's going on?
Morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
It's Bakersfield. Everybody hooks up with everybody, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance.
No, really it is. Like, seriously, I have my best friend, her niece hooked up with the guy that the aunt, I guess, was being with. But the niece knew about it, and the guy knew about it, and they still did it. So it's Bakersfield, garbage, all garbage, recycling bin here in Bakersfield. But
No, hey, that's not fair. Don't say that. That's not fair.
95% of Bakersfield
Is all
give it to some
recycled?
people. Yeah, basically. That's why I thank God I ain't from Bakersfield. I lived here in Bakersfield, so I've seen it all, but I'm not from Bakersfield. And I've seen so much in this town that I'm just like, wow. I love it though. It's a show to me. It's like Shameless. It's beautiful.
What town are you from originally?
I'm from Wilmington.
Wilmington, Nebraska? Wait, Wilmington where? Where's Wilmington?
Down south.
Oh, okay. Man, I was thinking Wilmington. Okay, I'm way off. I guess I should have studied.
Where at?
I guess I should have studied my geography. So you're saying that there ain't it don't happen like that down there?
Probably.
Okay.
It probably does, but Bakersfield's probably a little bit smaller. This town is just too small for everybody's good. You know, everybody knows everybody. So that's just it. If I was being with my dad's girlfriend's son or something, I wouldn't want that out either. Like, that kind of sounds kind of freaky because somebody will be a couple and then everybody's like, oh, you with your stepbrother? Oh, you with your stepsister? No. Maybe that's what she's thinking. No, I wouldn't want to be labeled in that category.
Okay. All right, that's fair. I get what you're saying, but okay. All right. Bakersfield just small towns have small town issues, and this is just Bakersfield's just another small town where people all know each other and people hook up, and it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's trashy. It's just small town antics.
Like I said, it's a show and I love it.
The rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Sorry I missed your text messages earlier about the guy who's hooked up with his dad's girlfriend's daughter. Didn't know. Hey, Rome, I hope she gets pregnant. What? That's messed up. Hey, good morning, Romeo. I would not say anything. I would keep it to myself unless I'm going to continue on with a relationship with her. Well, I mean, they'll still have sex. The daughter said she's still okay with hooking up. She don't want to say anything either, but they're okay with hooking up. But yeah, I wouldn't say anything either. All right. I mean, they'll probably keep hooking up. It's out 84.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-547-7. I've been listening to the last couple of days about the Colts, right? I thought the Colts were doing well. And then I looked up at their record. They're not really doing that well. I thought they were like leading. I thought they were like the Patriots. I thought they were up there with the Patriots and the Broncos. But no, they're not. But their quarterback got hurt, right? So they ended up getting Phillip Rivers. He's like 44 years old. You remember Phillip Rivers? I think he played for the Chargers for a long time. And then he was I think he actually played for the Colts, didn't he? So they got they went and got this guy, signed him to the practice squad. I don't know what for. Like I said, I wasn't really paying that close attention to the Colts and what they were doing, but I knew that their Daniel Jones was playing better than he was when he played for the Giants. Is that who he played for? You guys can correct me when I'm wrong if I say anything wrong here. Who cares if they get Phillip Rivers? When I heard it yesterday, this guy was talking about, why didn't they get this guy and that guy? And I was thinking, and I was with them. I was thinking, yeah, why didn't you? Like, why didn't you call Derek Carr? He's got to be far better than Phillip Rivers, but why would Derek Carr come out of retirement to go play for the Colts? Why would, they were talking about all these quarterbacks that are better or more suitable for Phillip Rivers. Tom Brady should come out of retirement. He's better. Why would Tom Brady come out of retirement to play for the Colts? The Colts are 8-5. They're barely in the playoffs. Oh no, they're not in the playoffs. They're not even in the playoffs. So I was thinking yesterday about all this, all these other quarterbacks that would be available. Colin Kaepernick, or pick a quarterback. Hey, Rome, they did call Derek Carr first. Derek Carr didn't want to come out of retirement. How do you know they called Derek Carr? Did I miss that report? But then again, that's smart for Derek Carr. Why would he come out of retirement to go play for the Colts? You know what I'm saying? Huh. Where'd you get those details at? Call Carr. 842-547-7. But I've been listening for sports talk is so stupid. It's just getting more and more ridiculous. These guys have no idea what the hell. They're just looking for nonsense to talk about. And then they're wrong. And then they say the stupidest things. And come on. I thought they were trying to find, I thought the Colts were going to be like top of the AFC. They were trying to save their season, go to a Super Bowl, and nah, they're not even in the playoffs. Who cares about the Colts? It's Romeo outside 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So yeah, sports. I thought this. I was thinking though, Phillip Rivers, 44, he's going to come out of retirement, go to the Colts, try to save their season. Their season's done already. Even with Daniel Jones, their season was done. I mean, come on now. Oh my God. So I don't know. These sports, man, that's got to be the best job in the world, being a sports analyst, because you're always wrong. You say the stupidest, like today, this morning, I didn't hear the full conversation, but they were talking about Jalen Hurts, right? Is Jalen Hurts washed up? Is Jalen Hurts a problem? Is Jalen Hurts just won the Super Bowl in dominant fashion. And now all of a sudden, because he's lost 3 games in a row, or because he lost to the Chargers and threw 4 interceptions, all of a sudden, and 2 of them weren't even his fault, but all of a sudden, Jalen Hurts is no good? We got to question Jalen Hurts' credibility in the NFL? The guy just won a Super Bowl. He went to 2 Super Bowls. And was it 2 back-to-back? Did he go back-to-back? He went to 2 Super Bowls, won 1 and lost 1. And now you're talking about, we got to look at his character. We got to question his abilities to play in the NFL. Are you guys really that stupid? How come nobody's questioning Dak Prescott's ability in the NFL? That clown can't even make it to the playoffs. But because it's ridiculous. These sports people are absolutely absurd. What happened to the good old days? Where's Stuart Scott when we need him? I mean, And we need good. These analysts today are awful. They're so dumb. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Yes, Rome. Reports confirm the Indianapolis Colts reached out to Derek Carr in December 2025 to see if he'd unretire after Daniel Jones' injury. Okay. Well, all right. Well, good. Because he would be the first person I would think of if anybody needed a quarterback. Derek Carr seems the most capable right now. But, good for him. But why would he go back to the Colts? You know what I'm saying? They're a mediocre team. I really thought the hype around the Colts was they were going to win a Super Bowl. I really thought, I had no idea that they were just mediocre. It's Romeo. It's on 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, yo, Rome. Derek Carr won't even go back to the Raiders. Why would you go back to the Raiders? The Raiders are worse than than the Colts. I mean, the guy's not stupid, but I just don't know. You know, when I just think it's funny because I was listening to sports, and I was listening to him talk on, I don't know, ESPN or Fox. I don't know what it was. But I have to stop watching it because they're stupid. They're just, what they're talking about makes no sense. You know, this guy was talking about, Derek Carr should come back and, named about 4 or 5. Cam Newton should come back. And I was thinking, yeah, why aren't they getting those guys? And then, well, why would you get those guys? I mean, Phillip Rivers makes perfect sense to go back to the Colts because the Colts are mediocre. There's no reason to go. There's no reason for a legitimate quarterback to try to make some sort of comeback out of retirement to go play for the Colts or the Raiders. Why would Derek Carr go back to the Raiders? The Raiders are god awful. All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
Chili Gilly reporting sports beat for 94.1. Man, you're asking me to give up my sources and everything, dude. I was like, wait a minute. This relationship is going a little bit too far. Yeah, man. I hear they wanted to also sign him and Jarrell Revis as a DB.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding about that one. But so, they and then this is stupid as a reporter. So you're covering the Steelers Ravens post-game conference, and they asked Tomlin, they said, so what do you think about the Colts and Phillip Rivers? He says, what? He says, I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, the Colts are signing Phillip Rivers. Man, I don't care about the Colts. I'm worried about Miami coming up.
Somebody asked him that?
Somebody asked him. I'll have to send you that clip. He goes, well, man, I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do on that. I'm worried about Miami.
That's hilarious.
But anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I mean, this sports reporting has gotten absolutely ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so hard to watch nowadays. I mean, they just create the most idiotic things to talk about because, well, they have nothing else to talk about. RD42547. It's Romeo. It's on 94.1. No, what's going on?
Hey, did I get it?
Yeah, call 29. Congratulations.
All right.
What's your name, man?
Andrew.
All right. Pick a box. H-O-R-T.
T for tamales.
For tamales. What is wrong with you, man? All right. You just got yourself a $100 Visa gift card from Rodriguez & Associates.
All right.
Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Hey, good morning, Rome. Hey, you're totally right. These sports analysts are idiots, especially Stephen A. Smith and Tony Romo. They talk out of the back of their you-know-what sometimes. I'm not sure who made them like gods, but they say some of the stupidest things. I know 32 teams who would love to have Jalen Hurts as their quarterback, and now he's washed up. Yeah, I saw that. When they said that this morning, that wasn't even Stephen A. Smith or Tony Romo. That was something. I don't know, a morning show on something. Yeah, get out of here. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. The best radio show around. I'm just a fan of the best radio show around. Have a blessed one, Raider James. Well, Raider James does know football, so you got to give him that. I'm just saying that they say the stupidest things because they got nothing else to talk about. So they create these idiotic headlines like Jalen Hurts is no good because of they lost 3 games. The dude won a Super Bowl last year, and he's no good all of a sudden? Come on now. This is just stupid. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Al. What's going on? Hello?
Hey, you remember, I got to tell you something, Rome. You know, when Tony Romo first came in the scene, he was actually doing a really, really good job. And I was like, wow, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you know that Jim Nance, he got upset because of the contract that Tony Romo got? He threatened to quit. I would have said, quit. You ain't that good anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, so I know he must have really got pissed off when Tom Brady got his contract.
Tony Romo, you're right. He was really good. And then now he's just full of himself. He says the most ridiculous things like, he's funny.
Does.
I'm one of the greatest quarterbacks.
Ran.
Huh?
He always says, this is what I would have ran.
Yeah. Yeah. You got run out of Dallas, fool.
Exactly, man. Like he had a whole case full of trophies.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't like the way he does. I don't like the way he talks about.
There's never going to be anybody like John Madden and Pat Summerall.
No, never.
I was saying that over on Thanksgiving. I said nobody could cover a game like them.
No,
you know?
And they. I got to tell you though that I was watching ESPN. I guess they're doing something with Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott had to be one of the best ESPN analysts or whatever you want to call them, reporters, sports reporters ever. Yeah. It's too bad we got what we got now. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo, I believe the Colts got that quarterback, Phillip Rivers, because he already knows the playbook. Maybe you're right. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, RD42547-7. Gilly brought up John Madden. I just remembered I played golf with John Madden. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I played golf with John Madden. What Raider James send me here? Hey, Rome. And the only reason the Eagles lost were the 5 turnovers. They blew the Chargers out on the road. They blow the Chargers out on the road if they don't have 2 or 3 of those turnovers. I mean, how are you going to sit here? The stupid thing about the analyzing of that these analysts say about, especially about that Charger Philadelphia game is, he drives them down. He has 4 turnovers or 3 picks or whatever, 4 turnovers, still drives them down to get down in with a chance to win the game in overtime. So the game still never went to. You're going to sit there and talk about how bad Jalen Hurts is and the Eagles played, but they still went into overtime with the Chargers. Aren't the Chargers supposed to be good? So what does that say about the Chargers? How come nobody's talking about that? I mean, if somebody like, I don't know, pick a team, pick a good team. You give them 5 chances, 5 turnovers, you'd think you'd get blown out, right? So the Chargers aren't good enough to blow out a team where he turned the ball over 5 times. They still had to go to overtime, and then he almost won it. You know, so I mean, and he's the Super Bowl champion from last year. He's the current Super Bowl champ. Yeah, that's why I had to stop watching sports. I just see the headlines, when I'm in the gym or whatever, I see the headlines up and I'll look up and read them, but you can't watch these clowns. These idiots don't know what the hell they're talking about. And it's funny because they're the athletes that played the game and they still sound like idiots when they talk. That's what's amazing. These guys know exactly what all of these people are going through and they still make these stupid comments. I mean, they know what these players are going through because they've been there, they've done it. And they still make the dumb comments. That's ridiculous. Throw me outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, RD42547-7. I don't know if I meant to talk about it or not, but it's been brought to my attention a few times over the last week or so. The whole Diddy thing. You guys watched the Reckoning that 50 Cent put out? I think 50% produced it on What, Netflix? Is that what it was? I watched it all. I've had a bunch of people ask me about it just in my personal life. I guess it was a big thing. I never really thought about talking about it on the radio because, I mean, what did you take from it? I mean, he obviously, this is going to sound really bad. And I'm not on Diddy's side. I've only met Diddy once. And, but I'm not on his side by any reason, but I don't have anything against Diddy. I mean, at all. He's a rich, powerful person, and they're everywhere. I mean, he just did everything that every other billionaire's done, you know? So I just don't, I guess part of the reason I never talked about it is because I just don't know what you want me to say about it. I thought it was a little, I guess, what did I take from it? I mean, I thought it was a little arrogant of him. This is what I remember from watching it. And I watched it last week. I think I watched it the day after it came out. So I watched all 4 episodes immediately. Back to back. This is what I took from it. I can't believe he was so arrogant to not have some guy to not even stop to put on his own chain. Some guy had to follow him through the hallway. And then he took it off. I didn't really know much about Cassie, but I never realized how good looking Cassie was. And what else did I take from it? He got, I don't know. What else was there to take from it? I think I knew. What were you supposed to take from it? What was 50 Cent? And that was the whole thing, because I guess 50 Cent don't like him. But how did 50 Cent get the videos of him in the hotel room? I guess that was another thing. But what did you expect to happen? Oh, you know what? The other thing I took from it, I didn't know. I thought him and Biggie Smalls were really good friends. I had no idea. He made Biggie Smalls, after his death, pay for his own funeral. I mean, I had no idea. And I had no idea that he was not paying his artists. I guess there was a couple of things I didn't really know about him, but I really thought 50 Cent, I thought Biggie Smalls and Puff Daddy were truly good friends. They really pulled the wool over my eyes on that one. But yeah, and how he, I guess but I didn't really know. I guess those are the only 3 things I really took from it. But yeah, I don't know what you don't already know. I mean, to me, he did exactly what every billionaire does. You know, some of them get caught, some of them don't. I think they all do that crazy stuff and get away with it. RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, RD42547-7. Yo, Rome, the difference between him and other rich people and power is he's black. Well, that's not necessarily totally true. Only because you have to look at the fact, and I thought about that when I watched it, you have to look at the fact that there are more rich, white, powerful people in this world than there are black, rich, powerful people on that same level, right? So percentage-wise, it's different. But I just don't think they liked him, because I don't know why. That's what I can't figure out. Who did he make mad to get put in this position? That even the rich, powerful white people, when they piss somebody off, when they piss off the wrong person, they get caught and bad things happen. Look at what was that Epstein. Look at what happened to him. Look at what happened to what's the producer? Harvey Weinstein. Look at these guys were just as rich, just as powerful as Puff Daddy, and they got caught. This is 2 I can name off the top of my head. But who did they make mad to get in trouble? That's what I think it is. I think somebody got mad at him. He pissed somebody off. I think whoever runs the world when you piss them off, no matter how rich and powerful they are, they're more powerful than you. And then this happens to you. So who of the black entrepreneurs, who was more rich and powerful than Puff Daddy? Jay-Z? Anybody know offhand? Who is, yeah. Because he was a billionaire, right? Puff Daddy's a billionaire, right? Is Jay-Z a billionaire? Who else? You guys know offhand? RD4254777. Hey, Rome. Hey, but what's up with Marlon Wayans jumping into the mix and pretty much defending Diddy and now trying to clown on 50 Cent? Now going back and forth on Instagram. Marlon is an idiot. You don't want to go against 50. Marlon Wayans is all up in the mix. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. 50 Cent is 50. Now let me ask you this question. Is 50 Cent as rich and powerful as Puff Daddy before all of this, before Puff Daddy went to jail? Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What about Puff Daddy? Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, what up, Romeo? Good morning.
Hey, what up, brother?
I was reading into the backstory of all this, and it all started when he tried to sue his bootlegger label, Ciroc.
Okay.
And apparently they're owned by some pretty powerful people. But when he tried to sue them because they were trying to push his company to be like a low-income company, he wanted it to be a high-end company, elegant for upscale people.
And you think that may be where the downfall came? He may have meant they were more powerful.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt. And just like his documentary, when you piss off a powerful person, you get dealt with, and that's exactly what's going on with him. I mean, the Ciroc people, they weren't just going to sit back and take it.
Sure.
He's trying to sue them. He's going to take them out, obviously.
Okay.
So that's what I heard happened originally.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it makes a lot of sense. But that's just a theory,
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you, Romeo. Have a great day.
Later. But that's what I'm saying. When it came, what I took from seeing the Puff Daddy documentary, just in general, everything I've seen about him, he had power. Like, he was a powerful person, a gatekeeper type person, and he had money. Now, yeah, Jay-Z is a billionaire, but Jay-Z doesn't come across to me as a powerful, I control the world type person. I believe there is. I believe there are people who are so rich and powerful that they control the government, they control everything. And whether you want to call it the Illuminati or whatever, but I believe that. What about Oprah, Rome? Oprah's just rich. Oprah doesn't have the same. I don't think Oprah has power. Like P. Diddy had, I believe, power to control whoever he was involved with. So, yeah. He had to make somebody mad. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What's going on?
But yet you won't ask him for his news source. You're hurting my feelings. I have pictures when we were young on the golf course together. And I said, but yet he won't ask him for his news source. Where's Hart LeBeau when I need him?
My bad.
Later, brother.
Oh, Gilly's talking about the fact that earlier today we were talking about Derek Carr, why the Colts didn't ask Derek Carr to play quarterback for them. They went and asked old Phillip Rivers, and Gilly texted me, hey, they did ask Derek Carr, and I asked him what his source was. He had to verify. He wants to know why I didn't ask this guy to verify his source about Diddy. That's pretty funny. I don't know where you guys get your sources. I mean, all I know is, from what I believe when I saw the Diddy documentary, is this. I believe Diddy was a gatekeeper. And he's rich and he's powerful. He can get away with, shooting people and killing people and being in all these things, all the stuff he got away with. And I believe that's because he was in some sort of elite group that runs the world. I believe that. And you guys can think I'm crazy, call it conspiracy. But I believe there is an elite group of people who control everything. And if you're on their good side, you become rich and powerful and get to do whatever you want. Or if you're in their family or whatever it is, whoever these people are, you get to do whatever you want. But if you piss them off, they'll take you down, just like they did Diddy. That's what I believe happened to Diddy, was he made somebody mad that was he was in cahoots with, and they were more powerful than he was, had more control of the world than he does, and they took him down. But I believe the same thing about the Harvey Weinsteins and the Epsteins and all these, anybody else that you want to talk about that fell from grace. And I just, I find it hard to believe that it is, that's not what's really going on in this world. So I don't know who Diddy pissed off. Maybe it was the Ciroc guys. Maybe they got more, maybe there's more richer and powerful people. Because I believe there's more richer and powerful people than Diddy. Okay? And yeah, something happened. It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's up, Rome? Seahawk Lou.
What up, Lou?
Hey, man. It's crazy to start talking about the diddler situation.
The what?
Cause the diddler, Diddy.
Oh, that's a dumb name. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it yesterday too, and I was just amazed with all the stuff he would do. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, I think that's normal for people who are that rich and powerful. I think that's just the normal day in the life of those rich people who do all those things.
You think so, man? Because
once you reach,
you're that rich.
Once you reach a certain point, we'll never understand. You and I can have this conversation all day, and we'll never understand how powerful and how far the reach is of whoever these people are, like Diddy and the people above him. They're just, you can do absolutely anything.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh?
I mean, they buy people. Literally, they buy people.
Yeah.
So that's
really crazy. Do you think right now that he's locked up, you think he feels bad now? Now that he doesn't have all that power and all that money?
Oh, no, I think he's going to, I don't know, because I don't know where all his money went. I think he's going to come out stronger. I think he's going to come back and go right back to being Diddy.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think
that's crazy. I know.
I don't think anything's going to happen to. I don't think anything. I think all this might have been a slap on the wrist that somebody had to put him in check because he made somebody mad. So yeah.
And that was it. Huh?
And that was it. He'll get out in a few months, and he'll be back to being Diddy. I think.
Put him on the show, Ron, once he gets out.
Yeah, like Diddy. Yeah, get out of here. You're a dumbass. You can go on Raider Dave's show. Yo, Rome, today's topic, Raider Dave is on suicide watch because of his team, and Ruben is still talking about the Cowboys won the Super Bowl in 96. Oh, that's on the Raider Dave show. Hey, Romeo, it's the Illuminati. Well, I don't know if it's the Illuminati or if it's what it is, but I believe there is if it's the Illuminati, it's the Illuminati. But I believe there are a group of rich, powerful people that do control everything. I believe the same thing, Rome. I think he's just a puppet, and the master used him, but also saved him in his trial. Like I said, like I just told Seahawk Lou, I think it could just be a slap on the wrist. Did he got a slap on the wrist from whoever the Illuminati is, and we'll call it the Illuminati. And I think when he gets out, he's just going to go back to being Diddy, doing Diddy things. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, it's 8:16 right now, and we don't do it as much as we used to, but there still are a lot of you out there who are, you want to buy houses. I don't know if people are still buying houses. I know interest rates have gone down a little bit. I know they've changed some numbers on the FHA loans, so you can get more money. You can borrow more money for a house. And Marco is here from Selling Bakersfield. We don't see him as much anymore, but he still does sell houses in Bakersfield. But we'd like to bring him in and talk about what's going on. And when it comes to the housing market, what's going on, Marco?
How you doing? Good morning.
Doing great.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with Selling Bakersfield is where it's
where it all
real
started.
estate. Is where it all started. Real estate is real estate, right? You're going to do now you're going to try to help some people learn and get more value for their houses if they do want to sell. But, man, it's Christmas. We ain't got no money.
That's why I'm trying to put more money in your pocket.
So first of all, what's the housing market look like in Bakersfield right now?
I mean, it's people are still buying. it's always going to be like this. There's always going to be ups. There's always going to be downs. There's always going to be somewhere that people need to live. And so it all depends on the house. Which house, is on the market and what it looks like. And if people like it, they're going to pay for it.
Well, and that's one of the things we've always talked about. Well, you and I have talked about, I don't know if we ever talked about it in the air, but you can go find a beautiful house anywhere. Seven Oaks, whatever the other one is over there off of Ming, whatever the other one here is in Stockdale. But you walk into these houses, they're beautiful houses, but they are dated. Cabinets aren't done. They're just, people have lived in them and they've never updated them.
A lot of houses are dated, yep.
And how does that affect the value, or does it affect the value of a house? Does it matter?
Oh, it matters a lot. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you, in the last 20 years that I've been doing real estate, I think I've seen hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars left on the table of equity because of the condition of the house.
Okay.
For example, I have a friend who sold his house for what I believe $100,000 over what everything else was selling because of the renovations that he did. Now, I'm talking, he put in, huge entry doors. I mean, I'm talking completely like luxurious stuff, but it tells you we actually were the top comparable in that whole entire neighborhood because of what he did to that house.
Now, when we're talking about working on houses to make them more appealing, can you sell it for more because more people want to buy that house, or does it actually add a value when you put in bigger doors, or when you put in, or when you paint the cabinets, or you put in a new slab on the countertops, things like that, new flooring, things like that?
It's a little bit of both, but it's mostly what people are willing to pay. Now, it does add value, but you don't really get dollar per dollar, right? So
okay.
You could put in a $100,000 swimming pool in a house, and the appraiser's not going to give you $100,000 worth of value for it.
Now, is a swimming pool different than floors or cabinets, or
it's all kind of relative. I mean, here's the deal, Romeo. I've done so many flips. I know where to put the money where it counts.
Okay.
I would never put a swimming pool in a house to sell it.
Okay.
Okay, but I would put flooring, cabinets, paint, things like that, because I know that's what the first impression when people walk into a house, they're going to see that.
Yep.
A garage door. You know all those old metal looking garage doors? You put in a brand new garage door. We just did that with my sister-in-law's house. She bought a house. It was one of those old metal that had holes everywhere. And then we put in a brand new garage door, and it made the world of difference.
Okay.
Right? For a couple $1,000s, it just created a new impression when people drove up to it.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about the housing market with Marco and find out what's going on. And then we're going to talk about some of the things, what you should do to get the most out of your house if you are selling. And then I guess, I don't know, if you're buying, I guess you just got to take it on the chin. It's on 94.1. The Rhythm in the Valley. It's Romeo. Marco is here from Selling Bakersfield, and we're talking about the housing market. Now, one of the things, we'll get into buying in just a second, but I want to talk about selling because he's got a very interesting deal that he's doing with, what is it? Kingdom Construction?
Kingdom Contractors.
Kingdom Contractors. So one of the things that we talk about, and we've talked about this in the past, is buying a house. You go in or selling a house, whichever it is. The seller wants to get as much as he or she can out of her house, whatever that value is. Now, a lot of times that value can be paint, could be floors, could be, I don't know, what is that value? What as a contractor who's trying to upgrade a house to sell to get the most value, what are the things that need to be done?
Okay, so Kingdom Contractors is something that I did because after being in the real estate industry for about 20 years, I have flipped a lot of homes. And that's basically what this is, right? What does an investor do when he buys a house to flip it? He puts dollars where they count. So he adds value to this home that he bought in a very poor or average condition. He adds value by doing the things that you said. So in 20 years, I've basically mastered how to create value in a house
Okay.
that most people wouldn't want to buy, right? And so what we're doing now is through Kingdom Contractors, my nephew and I started this construction company to do remodels, to do construction projects. But we're thinking, man, if we could help sellers who cannot afford to do the renovations to their homes and are leaving a lot of money on the table when they go to sell the house, because I've seen a lot of money left behind because of the condition of the property.
Now, that's what I'm saying. So when we look at things, some of the most important things in buying a house, a kitchen,
Yep.
bathrooms, especially the master bathroom,
Yep.
floors, paint, things like that.
Yep.
When you go to sell a house, you'll do, for the most part, you'll do the cheapest things possible. Well, I'll throw a new coat of paint on it. We'll fool everybody,
Right.
make sure the carpet looks good, whatever, wash the carpet. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's really what
Yeah.
they do. But if you do quality work, that is more enticing to a buyer.
Yes.
If a seller has a completely done house that's ready to walk in, you don't have to do anything.
Correct.
As the buyer, I'm just taking the key. I have everything modernized. That's really the biggest thing is modernization.
Yes.
Because the trends change every 10 years, 7
Somewhere
years.
around there, yeah.
So you're modernizing a house for somebody to sell. Now it looks like you see it on TV and it's trendy and it's popular and it's got all the new, and now you can get top dollar for it.
Now you can get top dollar for it. I've seen it time and time again. Buyers are more willing to buy a house that's been renovated, even if they have to pay extra for it, than to buy a house that potentially they could do it themselves and pay less for it.
Okay, now let me ask you this question. What's your phone number?
661-444-0178.
So if somebody calls you and says, hey, I want to, Marco, can you help me sell my house? You're going to come in and go, hey, we can do all of this for you to add X amount of dollars to your house. And it's going to cost you X amount of dollars, right? How does the money work?
So here's the deal. Here's what we're offering potential clients. Now, this is something that you have to qualify for. The property that you have has to qualify for it. And so most of the times sellers don't do the renovations and they just sell the property as is because they can't afford to. They don't have the money to do that. Even if it's going to make them more money, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
What we are going to do, being that we are a licensed real estate broker and also a licensed contractor, we're going to offer clients the opportunity to be able to do the renovations for them at no upfront cost and add the maximum value to their real estate that they own. And then the way that our contracting company gets paid is through escrow.
Okay.
So we would invoice our construction and renovation charges through escrow.
Okay.
So they don't have any upfront costs. Now, it may seem like, okay, well, you guys are just trying to make money on the renovations. No, what we're trying to do is put more money in the seller's pocket.
So, and I'll just throw some silly numbers. Okay, so if I got a house I could sell for $200,000 right now.
Let me have it. I'll buy it.
Oh.
I'll buy 3 of those right now.
I'm just saying, you got a $200,000. I know the numbers are low. You got a $200,000, but you say you can come in and I can get you another $70,000 out of it if you let me do $20,000 worth of work.
That's perfect. That's a great example.
Okay.
Why is it worth it for them to pay Kingdom Contractors $20,000 through escrow? Because they're going to make an extra $50,000.
I got you. All right. Hold on a second. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, Marco's here from Selling Bakersfield. And what is this? Kingdom Contractors.
Kingdom Contractors.
So it's kind of an interesting deal. I do want to talk about the buyer for a second. As a buyer of a home, if I walk in, and a lot of, I think, buyers do this, they'll say, oh, I can get this house for X amount of dollars, but I might have to redo the cabinets. Oh, I want to put new floors in. Oh, I might have to redo some tile, or, oh, this bathroom would look better, because everybody's going to remodel a house to some extent. And is it financially, from the buyer's perspective, is it less expensive for me as a buyer to walk into a house that already has everything modernized than it would be for me to buy a house for less that is not as modernized, and I got to change all these things? I got to go to Home Depot and buy all my products, and I got to do it all, or I got to have a contractor come out, or I got to have you know?
There's a reason, Romeo, why when a house is completely renovated, it sells way faster than a house that's in average or below average condition.
Okay.
Because buyers, they don't want to deal with any renovation. Most of the time, buyers when they come, an average buyer comes to a transaction to purchase a house, basically with all the money they have saved.
Okay.
It goes in towards their down payment and it goes in towards their closing costs.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna want to spend another $20,000 out of pocket to renovate the house?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they rather finance the extra $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 by paying that much more for the house, but it's already move-in ready, right? It's already modernized. They don't have to go in there and spend a bunch of more money on the house that they just bought. So the answer to your question is it cheaper? I don't know. It depends. Technically,
depends on if your uncle knows how to do it.
I've talked to wives who say, yeah, my husband for the last 5 years has been telling me he's going to paint the living room or paint. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It never gets done, and so that's why when you renovate a house, that's why investors do flips. Because it works. Because buyers will jump on a house that's renovated.
Well, it's got to be because we watch 500 TV shows every day of people flipping houses, people modernizing them, people doing different things to them, people, and then we look at, well, what's the cost? And I guess basically what you're doing is you want to do it for the seller.
Correct.
Get it all done. I'm going to make you more money. And and the buyer's going to get a house that's already modernized. I'll say modernized because I think that's the biggest thing.
That's correct.
That's really what people want. The latest cabinet,
Yes.
the latest countertop, the latest flooring, the latest whatever features are on. So, and there no money exchanges hands. You're just buying a house. It all goes through escrow. It all goes, and everybody wins through that way. So I don't have to come out of pocket for either modernizing my house after I buy it, and the seller doesn't have to come out of pocket for modernizing their house to sell it for maximum value.
That's 100%, Romeo.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And if you're a seller that has money and you want to sell your house and you just need, to renovate your house, this is not for you. This is not for everybody. This is for a seller who has equity and the house is in, average or below average condition, but doesn't have the money to fix it. And they're like, man, I need to sell my house. I can't afford to do a renovation, so I'm going to have to bite the bullet and sell it for less.
So what was the old school way of doing things? The old school day is let's throw a can of paint on it. Let's make it look, clean and flashy, shampoo the carpets and sell the house. But we could have left money on the table because we didn't do a little bit more.
Yeah, and really that doesn't work anymore. People walk into houses and they want to see quartz countertops.
Oh, really?
They want to see, new white shaker cabinets. They want to see nice tile backsplash. I mean, they want to see, like you said, modern.
These shows are really getting into getting people.
You can't paint old cabinets and call them modern because they're still old cabinets. They're just painted.
Sure,
it's like
I get
putting
you.
lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying. I mean, that's the old school way of selling a house, right?
Correct.
Just
anymore.
spruce it up, and that does not work anymore.
No, as a matter of fact, they passed a law now that you can't quote unquote flip a house without hiring a licensed contractor to do the work.
Oh, really?
So that takes care of all the people that were just putting lipstick on a pig and trying to flip the house.
Gotcha.
And then the new buyer comes in and there's a bunch of problems because the work didn't get done right.
All right, Marco, what's your phone number again?
661-444-0178. You can text, you can call. We're easy to contact.
It's on 94.1. On 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, it's 8:45 right now. Marco's here from Selling Bakersfield and Kingdom Contractors, and we're going to talk a little bit about, what he's got going on. He's trying to help you guys, sellers and buyers. So right now with the contracting side, sellers trying to get the most value out of your homes with doing some of the work that can be done so you can get the most value.
Correct.
Now, you guys are telling me that if I put two houses on the market right next door to each other, exact same houses, one is a little older, or let's say they're both older, but one's kind of run down, one's modernized. The modernized one will sell faster. 10
times out of 10.
And that's how the market's working right now. People aren't just, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're kind of going in a partnership with the seller then, and saying, because we got to. What happened if you tell a seller, hey, I'm going to get you $50,000 more dollars for your house if I do $10,000 worth of work, and you're going into a partnership with them with the understanding, and then you're going to sell the house. So you want to work harder to sell the house so that you get, the seller gets the money and you get the money and everybody makes out, right? Everybody wins.
Essentially, that's exactly what this is. We're partnering with the sellers. Now, people are they're skepticals, right? And there's always the what's in it for them, or what's this isn't a gimmick. This is real. I've done this for so many years, and I've seen so many sellers leave behind equity on the table because of the condition of the house. So we are going to partner with them, and we're going to help them maximize the value. Now, we are a listing broker, so part of the program is that we list the house so that we make sure that we sell the house. And we're not going to over renovate it, because guess what? We don't want to put more money than we need to get you the most, because then we're carrying the cost of the renovations.
Yeah, you lose money.
That's how we're partnering with you. If we put too much renovations and we overdo the renovations, now we're out more money than we need to, right?
Well, and houses have a max, right? Depending on the neighborhood, depending on, what the comps are, there's a lot of, you can only get so much value out of a house. That's depending on how big it is, what neighborhood it's in, where you live, all of those factors. And you understand that.
Yeah, if you could over renovate a house to where you're at that point, you hit a plateau, you're no longer getting any value out of it.
Yeah. All right, Marco, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you a little bit more about what's going on, try to figure out how to help these people get either more value for the houses and actually help the buyers, because now you don't have to come out of your pocket. You're already buying a house anyways, so you might as well buy the one that's already modernized in the way that you want it.
And so if you're selling the house and you don't have the money to renovate, call us. We will partner with you. We'll renovate the house, get you more money in your pocket. 661-444-0178.
I guess we'll see what happens, huh? Sounds like a great idea.
I do it. I would do it.
That's on 94.1. Morning, huh? What's going on? Hello?
Good morning. Am I the caller?
You're caller 29. Congratulations.
All right.
What's your name?
Woohoo. Lori.
All right, Lori, let's open a box. HR.
Let's do H, because I'm happy.
All right, Lori, you got yourself a $100 gift card for WSS Shoe Store, okay?
All right, awesome.
54.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, so let's talk about throwing your spouse under the bus. Not like necessarily always in a negative way, but you use them as an excuse because you don't want to do anything, or you want something done your way. Now, with the holidays coming up, there's a lot of parties you probably might not want to attend. You might not want to go do some certain things because, well, it's too cold outside to go outside, right? So you just blame your spouse, right? And this is hilarious because yesterday was Taco Tuesday, right? So we go out for, have a couple of beers. It's cold outside, don't get me wrong. So I hang out at one of three restaurants. It's not any secret. I go to one of three restaurants regularly, right? So I'm sitting at one, and my buddy's wife is there. Real close friend of mine. Him and his wife were real close friends, been friends for 20 years. She's sitting there with her sister and another friend of her sister's, right? And I walk in and I'm like, hey, where's so-and-so at? Oh, he's at home. He just got off work and he didn't want to go out. It was too cold, blah, 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 right? So I said, let me call him. So I call him and I say, hey, man, we're down here right now we're down here at Social House. Come on down, hang out with us, meet us, right? He's like, oh, I can't. My wife just got home and she's got an appointment. I got to take her to an appointment. Literally, while his wife is sitting right next to me, lying to me, blaming her that he can't go out because he's got to take his wife somewhere. I said, all I could do was laugh. So what I did was I flipped the phone. You know how you can flip it to FaceTime. I flipped it to FaceTime and I said, hey, don't worry about it, bro. I'll take your wife to an appointment, and put the camera, me and her together, and just started busting. This fool just didn't want to go out. He just got off work, he works out in the fields, in the oil fields. He just had a busy, didn't want to go anywhere. Bro, that's all you had to say. You didn't have to throw your wife under the bus and blame her for her to be the excuse on why you can't do anything or why you didn't want to do anything. It was hilarious. He still didn't show up, by the way. Even after we busted him, he still didn't show up. It was just cold. He didn't want to be out. All right, 842-547-7. You ever done that? You ever used your wife, your husband, your spouse? You ever used them as an excuse because you didn't want to do something? You know, one of the best. Oh, hey, the guys want to come over. Oh, no, they can't. It's too, this is happening. My wife said we can't come over. You know what I'm saying? You ever do it? All right, 842-547-7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's a Romeo. Let's talk about using your spouse as an excuse. Let's talk about throwing your spouse under the bus because you don't want to do it, right? Instead of you being a stand-up guy or girl and saying, hey, I just don't want to do this, you have to tell, oh, my spouse can't do this. It happened to me yesterday. My boy didn't want to come out. I just happened to be sitting next to his wife and her sister and her friend in a restaurant bar, and I called him to come down, and he said, nope, I got to take my wife somewhere. He got caught. He could have just said, no, I don't want to come. It's not that serious. But you guys use your spouse as a scapegoat. Already 42547-7. Good morning, what's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
Romeo, I'm actually a victim of this. I get put the blame on too much from my man, and I'm just like, you're going to make your family hate me.
I was going to say that. I bet he always blames you to his family, huh? It's your fault.
Yes, I am the victim. Sometimes they'll mention something or a plan or something, but it's because he just doesn't like to be where it's overly crowded places, too much.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be like, oh, it's because she's not feeling well, or we have to do something. Or sometimes he'll bring the kids up. Oh, it's because the kids are not going to behave too well, or this. But for the most part, it's always me. Let me talk to her. Let me this. I'm like, oh my God. So every time they bring something up, they come up to me first instead of him. I'm like, you're making me. I'm just like, oh my God, you're making me feel like I'm so toxic.
I could totally see guys doing that because they don't want to tell their moms no. And I could totally see them throwing their wives under the bus like that all the time.
And I'm just like, just break it to them nicely. You don't have to be disrespectful. I'm not asking you to be disrespectful, but if you don't want to, just kindly reject it.
That's
thank
hilarious.
You. But I'm
That's
just
awesome.
now, instead of going to him, they're like, hey, Alexis. And I'm just like, oh my God, stop.
That's so funny. All right.
Yes.
Thanks for calling.
Yes, have a good one.
I can see that totally being the case for a lot of you wives out there. These mama's boys, they don't want to tell their moms no. They don't want to, so they will put it all on you. Oh, my wife can't do this. Oh, my wife said, or my wife. Yeah, I can see that. Already 42547-7. You ever throw your spouse under the bus? You ever use your spouse as an excuse to get out of something just because you didn't want to do it? You didn't have the stones to say no? All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Let me read these text messages. Okay, so first thing I got, you guys just wake up and randomly send me stuff? First one I got, Rome. It's Ruben. I don't even remember having this conversation, but Ruben texted me this. Rome, it's Ruben. There sure is a bunch of dumbasses in Bakersfield like the one that just texted you saying that I'm always talking about the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I didn't even say that when I'm sober or drunk. So know your facts. And for Raider Rob talking about clowns, bro, you're the biggest clown running around with all your gear that says Raider Rob on it. Your badge of honor. Well, I don't know if it's Raider Rob, but okay. Yeah, I don't know where that comes. And someone sent me a TikTok. You're going to love this one from Eagle Jeremy. It's a TikTok about baby mamas being mad, calling their baby daddies deadbeats because the deadbeat dads found a new woman. And so they gotta, just because it didn't work out with you gotta degrade him for finding the right match. That pretty much happens everywhere, right? That's pretty much just every bitter relationship that ends because it didn't work out with you and him, or him and you, or her and her, or you and you, or whoever you is. And then when they're happy with somebody else, they the problem. Because it didn't work out with you, they the problem. Because they found happiness and you still didn't. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody. Hey, what's up, Rome? Still going to jail next month. Any free tickets to Christmas Town? No. I wish I had some. You got to listen for Santa to fly by. All right, 842-5477. It's on 94.1. Morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's going on, Miss Kelly?
What's up?
Kelly Jelly.
Oh, Kelly, you're caller 29.
All right. Since my little wifey's sitting next to me, I'm going to have her pick the letter. Which letter, Annette? Which letter, Annette? Oh, what? All of a sudden you can't talk?
What box you want?
Oh.
What? Oh. All right, let's see what you got.
All of a sudden you get stage fright.
Oh, you just got yourself a $100 WSS gift card to the shoe store, Gilly.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I appreciate it, man. I tried twice this morning and nothing. And I have my phone and 2 Obama phones.
Oh, God. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. What'd you text me here? Oh, Raider Rob says, hey, damn, Rome, Cowboy Ruben on one. And I like my Raider gear, and I'm still barbecue Cowboy Ruben. Yeah, I don't know what Ruben's talking about. He's getting a little sensitive lately, right? All right, 842-5477. But man, these guys always got to disagree with each other. I don't get it. All right, 842-5477. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1.